Hello hockey fans, this is Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps. Remember to look us up on your favorite social media sites like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're on YouTube as well. And for live nightly coverage, log on to flowhockey.tv. There you can sign up for monthly or season passes. Coming into this weekend, Minnesota State once again on top of the standings with a 6-point lead over Bemidji State. The Wildcats were 7 points back from them, then followed closely by Alaska and Michigan Tech. Bowling Green 1 point back holds the 6th spot. Lake State in 7th, and a close race for that 8th and final playoff spot with Alaska Anchorage and Ferris State. They're followed by Alabama Huntsville. Coming into this past weekend's action, there were just 5 weeks left of the regular season, so every game, every point is crucial. We'll start with Ferris State at Northern Michigan. The visiting Bulldogs currently sitting outside the playoff picture, and it looked like it would stay that way, at least early on. Just 28 seconds into Game 1 on Friday, Brandon Schultz knocks it down at the line, feeds Darian Craighead out front, who nets his 9th of the year, and just like that, the hometown team up 1-0. Craighead would score again later in the first, so it's 2-0 late second. And look at this long stretch pass to Griffin Loughran, who comes in and buries his 20th goal of the season, and it's now 3-0 Wildcats. Bulldogs chip away and make a game of it late. On the power play with under 4 to play, and it's Justin McCallion on the one-timer. That cuts the lead to 1, but Northern Michigan puts their foot on the gas. Craighead again, his 11th of the season. That's a hat trick. Vincent DeMay would add an empty netter. 5-2 the final score in Game 1. Both goalies, Ronnie Solomon-Kagis and Nolan Kent, with 20 saves on the night. Game 2 took a little longer to get started. Late first period, Northern Michigan on a rush. Joseph Nardi hits the brakes, feeds Andre Gontus. That's number 9 for him, and the Wildcats up again 1-0. This time, Ferris State comes back quickly. About a minute later, Hunter Wendt able to get the puck out of the corner in front to Dalatulik. It's 4 Wildcats on 1, but Tulik gets it to go. That's number 4 for him on the season, and we're tied at 1. Same score early second, same scoring combination for Northern Michigan. Griffin Loughran to Andre Gontus, Joseph Nardi there for the finish. That's his 6th, and it's now 2-1. The Wildcats would score 3 straight in the second period, including this shot by Brandon Schultz, his 1st of the year. Again, a 5-2 final. Northern Michigan gets the sweep. Nolan Kent with 31 saves on Saturday. Next up, Bowling Green at Bemidji State. The Beavers in second, trying to pick up any ground they can on number 1 Minnesota State. They start strong early first. Tyler Kirkup with the rush. The shot initially saved by Eric Dopp. Ethan Samoza's there for the putback, and it's 1-0 BSU. It would stay that way till the early second. This time Brandon Cruz floats one on goal. Will Cullen is there for the tip-in. That's number 3 on the year for him, and we're tied at 1. BSU on the power play. Watch this dangerous play. Brad Johnson unleashes a shot from the point, hits Tyler Kirkup in the head. It ends up in the net. Kirkup would be okay. They lead 2-1 and added another power play goal. That makes it 3-1 in the second, en route to a 4-1 win. Dopp with 36 saves. Zach Driscoll, 29 in net, gets win number 14 on the season for Bemidji State. Game 2, BSU off to another quick start on Alex Adams' 7th of the year. So it's 1-0 near the midway point, and Tommy Muck dangles his way to the net. He scores goal number 3 on the year, and it's now 2-0 home team. Falcons pull within 1 and looking to tie early in the third. Cameron Wright comes in with a laser on the power play. That's his 16th of the season, and we're now tied at 2 with 2.5 to play. Alex Adams from the half wall with the turnaround shot. Ross Armour with the deflection in front, and that goes down as the game winner. 4-2 the final score as Owen Sillinger puts in an empty netter. Zach Rose in goal for Bowling Green with 35 saves. Driscoll 27 and win number 15. Let's head to Huntsville, Michigan Tech at UAH. The Huskies currently in 5th. The Chargers trying to dig their way up from the bottom. Still scoreless midway through the contest. Liam Isaac with a left wing rush brings it all the way in on Matt Jarusik, but Daniil Ladigan is there to tip it home. That's his 4th of the season, and Huntsville up 1-0. It would stay that way till early in the third when the Huskies score back-to-back. First, it's Raymond Bryce in the pileup out front. That's his 5th of the year to tie the game. A minute later, Parker Soretsky gets his 5th as Mark Sinclair misplays the puck, which leads to a turnover, and it's now 2-0 Tech. Midway through the period, Brian Hallinan puts this one away with his 10th of the season. Logan Pietila would also score for the Huskies en route to a 4-1 win. Sinclair with 40 saves on the night, Jerusik 18 to earn his 14th win of the year. On Saturday, the Chargers start the scoring again. Connor Wood works his way out of the corner, tries to feed it out front. It ends up deflecting off the defenseman into the back of the net. UAH up 1-0. They get another late in the second period on the power play as the puck bounces free to Jack Jeffers, who drives in his 6th of the season. Liam Isaac would assist on that one as well. Big weekend for him. Tech would cut the lead to 1 on Tommy Peratino's 8th of the year. This one in a 4-on-4. As the Huskies try to mount the comeback, but it falls short. Isaac buries an empty netter, which covers nearly all 200 feet of ice. Alabama holds on for a 3-1 win to even up the series. Sinclair gets his 2nd victory of the season in net for the Chargers on 29 saves. Our final stop is up in Alaska, Minnesota State at Anchorage. Mavericks trying to lock down that #1 seed for the playoffs, and they were impressive in Game 1 on Friday. They come down the ice with even numbers, but spread things out beautifully. Ian Scheid with a wrist shot, Nicholas Rivera with the tip in front. That's number 5 for him on the season, and it's 1-0 MSU. Connor Mackey would score on the power play early in the second, so it's 2-0 late in the period. And a great play out front. Mackey this time with the pass. Chris Van Shaw drives home the one-timer. That's his 2nd of the season, and it's now 3-0 Minnesota State. Walker Dewar would score another a minute later. Minnesota State rolls on Friday, 7-1 the final score. Dryden McKay continues to cruise. He made 20 saves for his 23rd victory of the year. But it was a different story on Saturday. Early in the first period, this time the Seawolves on the attack. Zach Court gets it out front to Riley St. Onge. His turnaround shot makes it 1-0 UAA. St. Onge his 7th of the season. They would get another a few minutes later. Tanner Shackle with the drop pass. Luke Brown with a laser wrist shot beats McKay for a 2-0 lead. This one comes down to the end. Anchorage looking for the upset win, but Parker Toomey pulls the Mavericks within 1 with his 11th of the year. And say it ain't so, Anchorage fans. With just seconds to play, a pileup in front of Chris Carlson's net. And Ian Scheid, what a fine time to get his first goal of the year. And the Mavericks dodge a bullet. They force overtime, then a 3-on-3. And once you know it, they get the extra point as well. Scheid again. His wrist shot secures the extra conference point for MSU. They'll take 5 back home to Mankato. As Dryden McKay made 18 saves, Carlson with 35 for the Seawolves. One final note, a non-conference game with Lake Superior State and the U.S. Under-18 team. That ends in a 4-4 tie, with Team USA winning the shootout 2-1 in 3 rounds. Merrick's Mittens made 10 saves in 1 period of play. Roman Bengert gets the exhibition tie, making 21 saves for the Lakers. As I mentioned at the outset, there are just 4 weeks left of the regular season. Here's a look at how the teams stack up heading down the stretch. The Mavericks' lead shrinks by 1 point as they're now in front of BSU by 5. Northern Michigan in 3rd with 44 points, followed by Alaska and Michigan Tech. The Huskies now in front of the Falcons by 4, who are in front of the Lakers by 4. 4 back from them, Alaska Anchorage, then Ferris State and Alabama Huntsville. Coming up this weekend, Anchorage at Bowling Green, Lake State heads to Michigan Tech, Northern Michigan at Minnesota State, and Alaska at Alabama Huntsville. Bemidji State and Ferris State are idle. Time for our final segment, the WCHA Weekly Awards. Our forward of the week is Darian Craighead from Northern Michigan, who scored his 2nd career hat trick in the Wildcats' 5-2 win over Ferris State on Friday, extending his point streak to 3 games. And he concluded the month of January with 13 points scored over the 9-game stretch. His 3 goals and hat trick performance led the league, while his 3 goals tied for the 3rd most nationally on the weekend. Our defenseman of the week for the 2nd straight week, Connor Mackey from Minnesota State, who led the WCHA and all NCAA Blue Liners in scoring with 5 points on the weekend. He recorded a goal and 4 assists at Alaska Anchorage, potting the game-winning goal Friday and assisting on another score. Our goaltender of the week is Zach Driscoll from Bemidji State, who turned aside 56 of 59 shots he faced, helping BSU to a WCHA series sweep over Bowling Green. Following a 29-save performance in Friday's 4-1 victory, he made 27 saves to extend the Beavers' winning streak to 3 games and give BSU its 10th home victory of the season. Finally, our rookie of the week is Liam Isaac from Alabama Huntsville, who tied for first among WCHA rookies this weekend with 3 points on 1 goal and 2 assists as the Chargers split with Michigan Tech. His 17 face-off wins also rank 3rd amongst WCHA newcomers. He posted his first career multi-point performance with a shorthanded goal and an assist in Saturday's 3-1 win over Tech. That's it for now. We'll be back with more next week. In the meantime, find us on your favorite social media sites, or for live conference action, log on to flowhockey.tv, where you can sign up for monthly or season passes. Thanks again for joining us, folks. This has been Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps.